Do you know that feeling when you sit down with your sketchbook and it's just blank? You want to fill it. You can picture all these beautiful pages that feel like you, but somehow you never quite start. So you tuck your dream away for the next time the perfect stroke of inspiration might strike. Maybe you're a beginner or a hobbyist who dreams of being more consistent. Well, that was me too, when I picked up drawing again after nearly a decade. Over the past year, drawing consistently has completely changed my life. From capturing memories to expressing how I feel or just exploring a new idea. I am a more fulfilled and creative human being for having picked up a pencil again. But what got me started wasn't trying harder or buying an expensive course or expensive supplies. It was starting small. In this video, I'm going to share the small habits that help me go from drawing sporadically to building a regular everyday practice, and how you can start your own. Step 1, start small. No, seriously, start really small. Take what you think is small and maybe put that in half. And that's the level of small you should be starting at. Get a small sketchbook. The smaller, the better. You want a space that feels like zero pressure. I found when I was starting out, or I found that throughout the years when I was trying to pick up art or trying to build a consistent art practice, a regular size sketchbook was just too intimidating to start with. When it came to normal size sketchbooks, it felt odd the amount of negative space that was there, and I'd start drawing something kind of floating, and it would just feel incomplete and daunting and leave me feeling like I hadn't completed what I set out to do. When I started drawing again, it was actually these small thumbnail sketches that gave me the confidence to keep going and grow. It also gave me the permission to try. Drawing something small and investing 5 minutes of your time and trying again is way better than trying to tackle a major piece, which comes with major disappointment if it doesn't work out the way you planned. Starting small also gives you the benefit of scaling your time. When you're starting out, you need to build your stamina, and it's way easier in bite-sized bursts than big, long excursions, which can often lead to burnout. One small page at a time, each day, I started to build trust with myself and trust with my practice. I started to trust myself and my ability to come back to the page. Step 2, follow your bliss. Draw what excites you. Don't force yourself to draw what you think you should draw. Starting with theory right off the get-go can be intimidating and stunt your growth from the start. My advice would be to get curious and follow what pieces and subjects interest you. Let your curiosity be a guide for your practice. If you love birds, draw only birds for a week, or castles, or clouds, or clothes. You'll make faster progress when your subject actually makes you happy and sparks joy. For me, what inspired me at the start was drawing memories or things that were happening right in front of me, things that were happening in daily life. But my inspiration has changed over time, depending on the season, my mood, what I'm looking for from my art. Don't worry about getting too far ahead. Just figure out what you're interested in now and start from there. More ideas will come, trust me. Step 3, limit your tools. One of the biggest challenges you'll face when starting out is dealing with overwhelm. There will be so many shiny colors, new tools, and mediums that you'll want to try. And you should try, but maybe just one at a time. Try to focus on one medium, like drawing with just pencils or just watercolors. This will be way easier to track your progress, and it also really helps removing decision fatigue when you're trying to get yourself to your sketchbook. It just takes one more decision out of the equation to make it easier for you to keep practicing more consistently. When I started out, I just used a simple black gel pen, and I did that for months until I added tones and then later switched to paints and back to pencil. There's no one right medium to start with. Just try one and stick with it for a bit. And if you really don't like it, you can go back to another medium. Again, do what brings you joy. Some people might love watercolors and other people despise them, and you'll find this out soon enough. Step 4, focus on input, not output. You can't control how your drawings turn out. You can try to shift things, but even the most skilled artists don't have full mastery of what comes out of the other end of their paintbrush. So especially when you're starting out, focus on just reaching the goal of putting in consistent practice rather than pushing out 5 new masterpieces a week. I feel like when I was starting out, I had a lot of battles with my ego, thinking, this might not be good enough. What if this drawing is bad? That'll mean I'm bad. That'll mean I'm never gonna get good. This is all just, cloudy, scary brain thoughts that aren't necessarily real.
If I don't draw this picture of this pigeon well, it means I'm a failure and it means I'm never gonna do pigeons well ever again. I don't think I can handle that today after the day I've had.
Stop. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. You gotta give yourself credit for starting something new. This is like one of my biggest problems. Or this is one of my biggest challenges, is dealing with my own expectations of how I want something to turn out and what I can actually control. And when you focus on the act of drawing and not just how good it is, you'll build momentum. And one day, months down the line, or maybe weeks, or maybe even a couple days, you'll flip through your sketchbook and think, dang, I've gotten slightly better at this. Or dang, I really like drawing boats. Just try to get to the next drawing. Just think of that. Every time you complete a drawing, you think, great, I'm one more step to the next drawing. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. And that progress is not linear, often not linear at all. It's gonna be swirly and curly and sometimes good and sometimes less favorable, but you just gotta stick with it, trust me. Even if something doesn't look like how you originally envisioned it, you'll be better for creating it. And if it's really upsetting and really truly soul-crushing, it's information for what maybe you don't want to work on, or it'll put you in a new direction. All this creative work is just data to help you guide towards your true creative process and what you're interested in, the type of work you're interested in. Step 5, be kind to yourself. Hear that? That's you being kind to yourself. Forgiveness. You're gonna have to give yourself a lot of grace. Listen, you're gonna have to be nice to yourself. Give yourself double kudos for doing something. You're gonna mess up. Life happens. There's gonna be setbacks. Try to view the setbacks as just recalibrating or the step that was gonna take you to the next step. It's all part of the process. As long as you return back to the page, you're still engaging in it. And that's what matters. So be nice to yourself, okay? Promise me you'll be nice to yourself. And if you aren't, you're gonna come back here and I'm gonna remind you to be nice to yourself. Done is always better than perfect. And you're gonna feel, I can say, being just a year or a couple months down the line, you're gonna be so much more happy knowing that you've tried something rather than never doing it at all. So in summary, a consistent art practice will be one of the most valuable skills you can develop as a budding creative. And it takes time to develop. But once you develop it, you'll start to familiarize yourself with different mediums and different subjects, and it's going to start taking the pressure off of creating art and making it more fun. That's the goal too, to have fun. When you start to feel more familiar with the process, over time, you're gonna feel less like a beginner and more like a doer. You'll get more feedback loops, more chances to learn, and suddenly you'll stop worrying about your work being good enough, and you'll just be ready to create. So if you're scared to start smaller.